Imagine this. A simple Australian 50-cent coin from your pocket change could be worth $59,000 to $126,000 in pristine condition. These everyday coat of arms pieces from the 1970s and 1980s have exploded in value for one reason: ultra-rare, high-grade survivors that collectors and investors chase relentlessly. One flawless example can transform a modest collection into serious wealth, blending national pride with massive upside potential. Ready to check your change jar? First up, the 1973 Australian 50-cent coin, featuring the timeless coat of arms design. This isn't just any ordinary 50-cent piece. In its finest preserved states, it represents a pinnacle of collectible value, with top-graded examples commanding astonishing figures like $126,400 at auction. Imagine holding in your palm a coin that started its life as everyday pocket change in the early 1970s, yet through the magic of rarity, condition, and market demand, has transformed into a six-figure investment. Let's explore every facet of this remarkable coin, from its historical roots and minting details to the factors that drive its extraordinary high-grade market values, making it a cornerstone for serious collectors seeking both beauty and substantial financial appreciation. The story of the Australian 50-cent coin begins in the transformative era of decimal currency introduction on February 14, 1966. When Australia bid farewell to pounds, shillings, and pence in favor of dollars and cents. Initially, the 50-cent denomination was struck as a round coin composed of 80% silver and 20% copper, featuring the glorious Commonwealth Coat of Arms on the reverse, a design sculpted by the renowned artist Stuart Devlin, depicting a shield supported by a kangaroo and an emu, symbolizing the nation's unity and forward progress, with the seven-pointed Federation star above and the denomination 50 below. This silver version was minted only in 1966, with over 36 million produced, but rising silver prices quickly made its intrinsic metal value exceed its face value, leading to widespread hoarding and melting. By 1968, production ceased, and the Royal Australian Mint faced a dilemma: how to reintroduce a viable 50-cent coin without the economic pitfalls of precious metal content. Enter the dodecagonal, 12-sided cupronickel version in 1969, composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing 1555 grams and measuring 31.5 millimeter in diameter. This new shape not only distinguished it from the similar-sized 20-cent coin, but also allowed for continued use of Stuart Devlin's masterful coat of arms reverse, paired with Arnold Machin's elegant second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, showing her young profile wearing a tiara, inscribed Elizabeth II Australia and the year. The coat of arms itself is rich in symbolism, the shield divided into 6 quadrants representing the states, flanked by native animals that cannot walk backward, embodying Australia's progressive spirit, all resting atop a bed of golden wattle, the national floral emblem. This design has endured as the standard reverse for non-commemorative issues, evoking national pride and heritage with every glance. Fast forward to 1973, a year when the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra struck exactly 4,900 of these coat of arms 50-cent coins for circulation. This mintage figure is notably lower, compared to many surrounding years, such as the tens of millions in later decades, making the 1973 issue one of the scarcer dates in the regular series from the early 1970s, produced during a time when decimal currency was still bedding in and public. Hoarding was common for newer designs. Many of these coins entered circulation and saw heavy use, resulting in most surviving examples today showing wear from decades of handling. Yet, a portion were set aside by astute collectors or remained in mint rolls, preserving them in brilliant uncirculated or even gem condition. The minting process involved high-pressure striking on cupronickel planchets, ensuring sharp details in the kangaroo's fur, the emu's feathers, the intricate shield emblems, and the queen's portrait. But over time, environmental factors like toning, scratches, or bag marks could diminish that pristine appeal. What truly elevates the 1973 50 coat of arms to legendary status is its performance in high-grade condition. In circulated states, fine to very fine, these coins trade for just a few dollars, appealing to date collectors filling albums. Uncirculated examples start around $10 to $20. But as grades climb into MS65 or higher, mint state on the Sheldon scale, meaning no wear and exceptional luster, values escalate dramatically. The key drivers here are eye appeal, strike quality, and surface preservation. A fully struck coin with booming cartwheel luster, no contact marks, and perhaps attractive peripheral toning can achieve gem status. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC encapsulate these to authenticate and protect, adding premium for plus designations or coveted designations like First Strike, if from early releases. At the absolute pinnacle, MS67 or MS68 specimens with flawless fields, razor-sharp details, and original mint bloom. These coins enter the realm of elite rarity, with only a handful graded at such levels due to the challenges of surviving half a century untouched. Demand from advanced registry set, builders and investors, pushes prices into the stratosphere. Recent auction records have seen superlative. Examples realize up to 126 to 400, reflecting not just scarcity, but the coin's role as a blue-chip item in the Australian numismatic market. This value appreciation stems from growing global interest in modern decimals, institutional buying, and the simple economics of supply versus insatiable collector. Demand, fewer high-grade survivors mean exponential growth potential. For investors, it's a tangible asset with historical narrative, hedge against inflation, and the thrill of owning a piece that could continue appreciating as the series ages. Whether you're a beginner cherishing its patriotic design or a seasoned portfolio builder eyeing seven-figure potential over time, the 1973 coat of arms 50 cent embodies the perfect blend of accessibility, history, and high-reward upside that makes coin collecting so endlessly captivating. Next up, now, shifting our focus to another gem from the same iconic series, let's immerse ourselves in the captivating world of the 1978 Australian 50-cent coin with the classic coat of arms design, a piece that, in its most exquisite high-grade forms, has achieved remarkable auction prices reaching six figures, cementing its place as a must-have for discerning collectors who appreciate the intersection of everyday history and extraordinary value. This coin continues the proud tradition of Australia's dodecagonal 50-cent denomination, offering a window into the late 1970s when decimal currency was firmly established. Yet certain dates like 1978 stand out for their relative scarcity and top condition and the enduring allure of Stuart Devlin's masterful reverse artistry. By 1978, the Australian 50-cent coin had fully evolved from its silver origins into the reliable cupronickel standard introduced in 1969, designed to withstand circulation while maintaining visual distinction with its unique 12-sided shape. The obverse continued to feature Arnold Machin's refined second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, capturing her regal poise with the inscription, Elizabeth Toot Australia 1978, while the reverse proudly displayed the Commonwealth Coat of Arms, that emblematic shield bearing the badges of the 6 states, upheld by the vigilant kangaroo and emu, animals chosen for their inability to move backward, symbolizing Australia's unwavering advancement, crowned by the Commonwealth, star and grounded in the denomination 50, all framed by Devlin's intricate detailing that includes subtle textures in the animals' coats and the wattle foliage below. This design, authorized by royal warrant in 1912, isn't merely decorative. It's a profound representation of federation, unity, and national identity, making every coat of arms 50-cent coin a miniature monument to Australia's story. The 1978 mintage occurred at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, with production figures placing it among the more moderate outputs of the era. Exact circulation numbers hover in the range of several million, lower than peak years but sufficient for general use while creating natural scarcity and pristine survivors. Minted amid the economic and cultural vibrancy of late 1970s. Australia, think the lead-up to the 1980s boom, with events like the Commonwealth Games in Edmonton, influencing commemorative issues. Elsewhere, this standard coat of arms strike served as the backbone of everyday transactions. Coins were struck on polished dies for sharp relief, resulting in potential for brilliant luster and full detail in the Queen's hair strands, the shield's cross and symbols, and the supporters' muscular forms. However, as circulating pieces, most encountered pockets, tills and vending machines, accruing the inevitable marks, dulling, or toning that defines lower grades today. The true magic unfolds in high-grade territory, where the 1978 50-cent transforms from common change to coveted treasure. Circulated examples remain affordable at face value or slightly above, perfect for typesets or casual enjoyment. Uncirculated coins fetch modest premiums, often $5 to $15 depending on luster retention, but ascend to MS66 or better, where surfaces are immaculate. Strikes are bold with no weakness, in high points like the emu's head or kangaroo's tail, and original mint sheen radiates, and values surge. Graded and slabbed by reputable services, these coins benefit from population reports showing sparse numbers at the top tiers. With decades of potential mishandling, only the luckiest or most carefully stored specimens achieve gem or superb gem status. Factors like attractive rainbow toning, cameo contrast, though rare in circulation strikes, or flawless planche quality amplified desirability. At the zenith, ultra-high-grade examples, think MS67 Plus or finest known, have shattered expectations at auction, with documented sales hitting $112,500, driven by fierce bidding from registry competitors, high-net-worth collectors assembling ultimate sets, and investors recognizing the coin's undervalued potential in a maturing market. This staggering value isn't hype. It's grounded in limited supply of elite pieces, escalating demand from a global audience appreciating Australian decimals, and the coin's inherent stability as a non-commemorative classic less prone to fad fluctuations. Holding one feels like grasping a slice of 1970s. Australia, practical yet profound, while its investment profile offers diversification, historical depth, and the exhilarating possibility of further gains as awareness grows. For anyone passionate about coins that combine patriotic symbolism, technical excellence, and serious monetary upside, the 1978 Coat of Arms 50 cent is an engaging, value-focused masterpiece that rewards patience, knowledge, and a keen eye for quality. Next up, the 1979 Australian 50-cent coin, bearing the enduring coat of arms design, a piece that in its most impeccably preserved high-grade condition has soared to auction realizations of thousands of dollars, positioning it as a standout performer in the realm of modern Australian decimal rarities. This coin isn't merely pocket change from the late 1970s. It's a testament to how scarcity and pristine state, combined with timeless patriotic symbolism and escalating collector fervor, can elevate a humble cupronickel piece into a coveted asset capable of delivering substantial returns. We'll delve into every layer of its story, the evolution of the denomination, precise minting details for 1979, the intricate artistry, survival challenges, and the compelling factors fueling those eye-watering high-grade market values that make it an irresistible pursuit for those building legacy collections or diversified portfolios. The journey of Australia's 50-cent coin is one of adaptation and resilience, beginning with the bold shift to decimal currency in 1966, when the original round silver version debuted, only to be quickly phased out due to soaring metal prices that rendered its intrinsic value higher than its face amount. By 1969, the Royal Australian Mint introduced the now familiar dodecagonal cupronickel composition: 75% copper, 25% nickel, 15.55 grams in weight, and 31.5 millimeter across, to ensure longevity in circulation, while preserving the iconic reverse. Stuart Devlin's breathtaking Commonwealth Coat of Arms, a masterpiece depicting the shield of the 6 states supported by the kangaroo and emu, chosen for their forward-facing nature, emblematic of national progress, topped by the 7-pointed star and grounded in golden wattle blooms, with the bold 50 denomination beneath. The obverse showcases Arnold Machin's elegant second effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, her youthful profile adorned with a tiara, encircled by Elizabeth to Australia and the date. This pairing of regal portraiture and heraldic pride has made the non-commemorative coat of arms issues perennial favorites, evoking a sense of enduring Australian identity amid changing times. In 1979, the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra produced these. Standard circulation strikes during a period when the nation was riding economic waves, with cultural milestones and growing public familiarity with decimals. While exact mintage figures for many early 1970s and late 1970s dates reflect moderate outputs compared to later high-volume years, the 1979 issue stands out for its relative scarcity and top preservation, compounded by a fascinating variety. The double bar, behind the emu's head or near the kangaroo, a subtle die characteristic that adds an extra layer of intrigue for variety hunters. Most coins entered active circulation, enduring the rigors of daily use: pockets, cash registers, and vending machines that imparted wear, toning, or marks over time. Yet, some were wisely preserved in mint rolls or by forward-thinking collectors, capturing the original brilliance. Sharp strikes revealing fine details in the animals, textures, the shield's emblems, the Queen's intricate hair and jewelry, and that distinctive 12-sided rim. The escalation in value truly ignites at the upper echelons of condition. Circulated examples remain accessible, often trading near face value or a small premium for date completion. Brilliant uncirculated pieces command $10 to $30, rewarding luster and minimal handling. But when we ascend to gem levels, MS65 and beyond, certified by PCGS or NGC with flawless surfaces, full strike strength, no weakness. In high points like the emu's feathers or kangaroo's ears, explosive cartwheel luster, and perhaps subtle attractive toning, the rarity becomes profound. Population reports reveal exceedingly few survivors at MS67 or higher after more than 4 decades, as even minor imperfections from minting or storage disqualify most. These elite specimens attract intense competition from registry set enthusiasts striving for perfection, international buyers drawn to Australian decimals' undervalued growth trajectory, and investors seeking tangible assets with proven appreciation. Auction highlights have propelled finest known or superb gem examples to 74/600, a figure rooted in supply constraints meeting surging demand, amplified by the coin's classic design, free from commemorative volatility. This performance underscores its blue-chip status, a blend of historical authenticity, aesthetic appeal, and investment grade scarcity that promises ongoing upside as the series matures and global awareness expands. Whether you're drawn to its symbolic depth, the thrill of hunting varieties, or the prospect of holding a 6-figure treasure that started as 50 cents, the 1979 Coat of Arms 50 cent delivers unparalleled engagement and value in the numismatic world. Next up, turning now to another captivating chapter in this illustrious series, let's uncover the depths of the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin with the beloved coat of arms. Design, a numismatic marvel that, when encountered in ultimate high-grade preservation, has achieved staggering auction prices up to $86,000, affirming its position as a pinnacle achievement for collectors who prize the fusion of national heritage, minting subtlety, and explosive market potential. This 1981 issue continues the legacy of the dodecagonal cupronickel standard, offering a portal to early 1980s Australia while rewarding those with the discernment to seek out condition, rarities that transform ordinary circulation strikes into extraordinary heirlooms and investments. By 1981, the 50-cent denomination was deeply ingrained in daily life, its unique shape and weight instantly recognizable. Struck with precision at the Royal Australian Mint amid a backdrop of royal events, including the widely celebrated Charles and Diana wedding, which inspired a separate commemorative 50-cent that year, and economic shifts. The standard coat of arms reverse remained the steadfast choice for non-special issues. Devlin's evocative sculpture of unity and progress, with the kangaroo and emu flanking the state shield, the Federation star gleaming above, wattle framing below, and 50 prominently centered, all rendered with potential for exquisite detail in fresh strikes. The obverse retains Machin's dignified portrait of the Queen, inscribed Elizabeth II, 1981, a design that balances tradition with modernity. Moderate mintage for circulation ensured availability, yet like its predecessors, the majority faced heavy use, leading to typical wear patterns that obscure the original mint luster and fine relief. High-grade examples, however, tell a different story of survival and splendor. Lower grades suit budget album fillers, while uncirculated coins offer affordable entry with retained shine. The real excitement builds in MS-66 and superb gem territories, where impeccable fields free of marks, bold strikes capturing every nuance from the queens, tiara gems to the supporters, muscular forms, and radiant original surfaces command premiums. Grading encapsulation protects and authenticates these treasures, with plus grades or special designations adding allure. At the apex, MS-67 Plus or finest graded, with booming luster, razor-sharp details, and untouched plancher quality. Populations dwindle to mere handfuls, fueling bidding wars among elite collectors assembling flawless sets, institutions bolstering holdings, and astute investors capitalizing on the series' upward trajectory. Documented sales reaching $86,000 reflect this dynamic. Acute scarcity of top-tier pieces, intersecting with robust demand from a broadening collector base. Unswayed by trends afflicting commemoratives, this value proposition is compelling. A stable, iconic design with proven resilience, offering not just monetary growth but the intangible joy of owning a pristine slice of 1981 Australia, when the nation looked forward with optimism. For enthusiasts seeking coins that inspire passion, deliver historical resonance, and harbor significant appreciation potential, the 1981 Coat of Arms. 50 cent stands as a profoundly rewarding centerpiece, inviting endless admiration and strategic acquisition. Next up, the 1984 Australian 50-cent coin, featuring the iconic coat of arms design, a true sleeper in the world of modern Australian decimals that, in its most flawless high-grade condition, has commanded auction prices as high as $59 to $200, marking it as yet another powerhouse in this beloved series where pristine preservation unlocks astonishing financial rewards. This coin represents the culmination of an era, the final year of Arnold Machin's classic second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II Tudor, bound for second on the circulating 50 cent, making it a transitional piece of immense historical and collectible significance, blending patriotic symbolism with the potential for life-changing appreciation that draws in collectors from novices to institutions alike. Join us as we unpack its rich backstory, minting specifics, artistic mastery, survival intricacies, and the compelling market dynamics that propel top-graded examples into the elite tier of numismatic investments. The Australian 50-cent denomination's evolution reflects ingenuity and adaptation, starting with the silver round issue of 1966 that captivated the nation upon decimalization, but was swiftly retired amid rising precious metal costs. By 1969, the Royal Australian Mint perfected the dodecagonal cupronickel format, 75% copper, 25% nickel, 1555 grams, 31.5 tape metal, across flats, with its distinctive 12-sided shape ensuring easy identification and durability in circulation. The reverse, a timeless triumph by Stuart Devlin, showcases the Commonwealth Coat of Arms, the quartered shield embodying the states, boldly supported by the kangaroo and emu, emblems of inexorable forward momentum, with the 7-pointed Star of Federation overhead, golden wattle accents below, and the prominent 50 denomination, all crafted with Devlin's signature sculptural depth that brings texture to the animals, forms and heraldic precision to the shield's elements. The obverse, for 1984, features the last use of Arnold Machin's refined second effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, depicting her in youthful regality with a tiara, inscribed, Elizabeth II, Australia, 1984, a portrait that graced Australian coins from 1966 until the transition to Raphael, Maclouf's design in 1985, adding a poignant end-of-era appeal to this date. Minted at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra during 1984, a year of cultural vibrancy in Australia, marked by events building toward the nation's bicentennial, celebrations and ongoing economic growth. These standard coat of arms strikes served as reliable circulating currency amid moderate production levels typical of the early to mid-1980s, while precise circulation, mintage figures place it in the millions, sufficient for widespread use but lower than later high-output decades. The vast majority entered pockets, purses, and commerce, facing the inevitable abrasion, toning, or minor imperfections that define most survivors today. Fresh strikes, however, boasted exceptional potential. High pressure, coining on quality planchets, yielding sharp details in the Queen's delicate hair strands and tiara jewels, the supporter's muscular contours and feathered plush textures, the shield's intricate crosses and symbols, and that satisfying cartwheel luster across the broad fields, framed by the unique dodecagonal rim. The ascent to extraordinary value lies in the realm of condition rarity, where the 1984 coat of arms reveals its true investment pedigree. Circulated pieces remain humbly affordable, often at or near face value for type collectors or album fillers. Uncirculated examples with retained shine trade in the low double digits, offering accessible entry points. Yet, as grades climb to MS65, gem and higher, certified by PCGS or NGC for authenticity and protection, demanding immaculate surfaces devoid of marks, full strike fidelity without weakness. In elevated areas like the emu's plumage or kangaroo's tail, explosive original luster, and perhaps subtle iridescent toning for enhanced eye appeal. Scarcity intensifies dramatically. After over 4 decades, population reports show vanishingly few at MS67 or superb gem levels, as storage mishaps, environmental exposure, or even subtle mint-era contact disqualify the overwhelming majority. These pinnacle specimens ignite fervent competition among registry set completers chasing perfection, global enthusiasts expanding Australian decimal holdings, and savvy portfolio diversifiers recognizing the series' consistent outperformance. Auction records have witnessed elite, finest known examples soar to $1,500, fueled by acute supply shortages clashing with burgeoning demand in a market, increasingly attuned to the undervalued gems within. Non-commemorative dates. This appreciation trajectory is no fleeting trend. It's anchored in the coin's transitional historical status. bridging Machin's portrait era as a stable classic immune to commemorative whims, offering tangible heritage, inflation resistance, and the exhilarating prospect of continued gains as collector bases mature and awareness spreads worldwide. For anyone seeking a coin that stirs national pride with its heraldic grandeur, rewards meticulous grading discernment, and delivers profound value-focused upside, the 1984 Coat of Arms 50 cent stands as an engaging, enduring masterpiece worthy of prime placement in any discerning collecting.